this vlog from Tokyo, Japan, and oh my god, I am so excited to explore the city and check out all the fun things to do here, both as a weeb and as a regular tourist. So the first place we're going today is actually Akihabara, the heart of Tokyo's anime and manga culture. Honestly, this place is like weeb heaven. There's so many multi-story buildings filled with anime merch, Japanese arcades. It's basically everything you could dream of as an anime fan. For anime merch, I highly recommend checking out Akihabara Radio Kaikon. It's a huge multi-story mall, and every floor kind of has a different theme. So it's a really great place to see a bunch of different options all at once. Now, in addition to shopping, the other thing you have to check out in Akihabara are the arcades. There's a huge selection of crane games where you can win adorable anime figures, super cute plushies, or honestly, there's a lot of really strange crane game prizes too, but hey, it's kind of fun, you know? And of course, in addition to the crane games, there are a bunch of rhythm games as well. We played some good old DDR, but there's a lot of other fun games to check out too. Anyhow, after a good amount of shopping and gaming, we were getting pretty hungry. And you know what the most iconic place to eat is in Akihabara? The Maid Cafes! We went to Maid Ramen, which is probably one of the most iconic and basic maid cafes, but hey, it's popular for a reason. The maids were super cute and even did a performance for us, but for privacy reasons, you're not allowed to film them. And believe it or not, the food was actually surprisingly good as well. It was kind of like a scene out of my anime dreams, to be honest. After eating our fill for lunch, our next stop was Asakusa, a charming part of the city that transports you back in time to traditional Japan. It's like stepping into a historical anime. If you've ever wanted to experience the vibes of, a summer Matsuri festival, you have to check it out. The streets there are lined with the traditional style architecture, and there are so many cute stalls there selling delicious food or super cute souvenirs that'll remind you of Japan. I tried so many snacks while I was there. Some of the highlights were the freshly made ningyo-yaki, the matcha chestnut ice cream, some handmade warabi mochi, this really delicious fried chicken, and of course, grilled dango. Anyways, after we ate our fill, we visited Sensoji, a beautiful Buddhist temple which is actually the oldest one in Tokyo. If you're so inclined, it's a great place to stop and make some prayers. One of the fun things to try at Sensoji is drawing omikuji fortunes. So basically, you donate a small sum, and then you pick out a fortune stick and open the corresponding drawer. And I got an excellent fortune! Anyhow, since we ate so much in Asakusa, we had a pretty light dinner. We ate some Ochazuke, which is a traditional Japanese dish featuring rice, some savory toppings, and a delightful pour of green tea or dashi stock on top. I got chicken and veggies with some dashi stock, and it was delicious. Our last stop for the day was Skytree! I'll admit, by the end of the day, we were running pretty low on energy, especially since we were really jet-lagged. But we mustered up the strength to, ride the elevator to the top and watch a beautiful sunset, which means we also got to see the city at night, and it's such a wonderful place to take in all the magic of Tokyo. Alrighty, and for day 2, we're going to be visiting Ikebukuro. It's not as famous as Akihabara, but if you're an anime fan, there's actually a lot of stuff here worth checking out. So our first stop for the day was the Pokemon Center. I was honestly shocked by how large it was. They had so many adorable Pokemon themed goods. They had everything ranging from Altaria cleaning puffs to small of earrings and these adorable Pokemon stationery. And right next door to the Pokemon Center is the Pikachu Sweets Cafe. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a reservation at the real Pokemon Cafe, but we were still able to taste some adorable Pokemon themed food. I got a Pikachu waffle, an alchemy ice cream, and a Pikachu latte. Now, fun fact, inside the same mall as the Ikebukuro Pokemon Center, there is also the world's largest GACHAPON store. So for those of you who don't know, the way GACHAPON works is you insert the money, and there's a select list of prizes that you can win. Then you spin the knob and you get one of those random prizes, so you don't know what you get until after you get the prize. And it is so much fun. I actually have an entire video planned where I'm going to show off my entire haul of $100 worth of GACHAPON toys. So subscribe to get notified when that comes out. Anyhow, next on our agenda was a visit to the Animate store in Ikebukuro. It's a huge 10-story mall filled with a ton of merch. So in Akihabara, it can sometimes be a struggle to find a specific show or character, and it kind of feels a bit like a treasure hunt. But Animate, on the other hand, is really well organized, and it has a huge catalog of some of the most popular shows, so it's a lot easier to find your particular waifu or husbando. But anyways, the funniest merch that I found in all of Japan was definitely this Blue Lock themed perfume. Okay, as much as I love the show, I'm not sure who actually wants to smell like a soccer player. I do get the concept, but it's still just kind of funny to me. After an eventful day of exploring, we needed some fuel. For dinner, we ate Japanese hot pot, aka Sukiyaki. At Sukiyaki, you cook the meat in a boiling sukiyaki broth, and then you dip it into a raw beaten egg sauce. It's an absolutely delicious meal, and I highly recommend trying it out. And our last place for day 2 was Teamlab Planets Tokyo, and oh my god, was it amazing. It's like walking around a huge interactive art museum, kind of like a playground for adults, honestly, or a theme park or something, you know? We spent a good 3 hours here just taking in all the sights and the senses and sensations. So fun. It may not be weeby per se, but honestly, visiting Teamlab was one of my favorite experiences in Japan, and I highly, highly recommend checking it out. Alrighty, and for day 3, we're going to be visiting Shibuya and Harajuku. They're 2 trendy fashion districts that are actually really close to each other. First off, we checked out Shibuya 109, which is an iconic mall filled with Japanese fashion. Afterwards, we visited the Shibuya Nintendo store. Personally, my favorite section there was the adorable Animal Crossing merch, but they have plenty of merch from the other popular franchises as well. For lunch, we had ramen, which is my favorite food on the entire planet. I just love the texture of the noodles, the richness of the broth, but my favorite part about ramen is actually the ajitama soft-boiled egg. They're so good. Also, a fun fact is, in a lot of food places in Japan, you actually place your order through a machine instead of talking to a person. After eating our fill, our next stop was Takeshita Street in Harajuku. It's an area of Tokyo really well known for its unique street fashion filled with colorful shops and delicious food stalls. Basically think Asakusa, but really trendy and modern and fashionable. One of the fun things we did here was visit a Purikura photo booth. Basically, you pay a small fee to take cute photos where they tell you how to pose, and then you decorate the photos with cute stickers and effects, and then you print it out and get to keep the photo strip as a souvenir. Also, one of the stores that you can't miss in Harajuku is the Sanrio store. The Sanrio characters are so cute, and the merch is really adorable. After buying this super cute cinnamon bag, we also got some dessert and drinks at the Pampudin Cafe. For dinner, we chose to get yakitori, which is Japanese skewered chicken grilled over a charcoal fire. There are a lot of options to try, though, to be totally honest, I think yakitori isn't my favorite Japanese dish personally. And alas, we have unfortunately made it to my last day in Tokyo. Today's gonna be a short day because we're actually taking the train to Hakone at 1 p.m. But we're still gonna make the most of the time that we have left here. We did some light shopping to grab a few more budget anime figures from Shibuya 0101, and then we ate a light brunch at the Cinnamon Cafe. At the train station, we also grabbed some bento for the ride, which reminded me of the iconic scene from Rengoku in Demon Slayer. And with that, we were off on our way to our next city. So stay tuned for the next video where we're visiting Hakone, Japan, the hot springs town. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I actually have a lot of other videos planned for my trip to Japan, so subscribe for more. Anyhow, hope to see you next time. Bye!